Good morning. This is the Tuesday, February 22nd meeting of the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners. My name is Deb Shore. I'm serving as chair today. To my left is our vice chair, Krista Yoakum, and Rick Vest on the far end. To my right, Roma Amundsen and Sean Flowerday. If you would please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Clerk, if you'd begin the meeting, please.
A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the wall at the rear of the hearing room. Additionally, all written material to be discussed at today's open meeting is available for electronic viewing from the county clerk's staff. Printing options are available upon request. The material can also be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.nd.gov. Agenda item 1 are minutes. Approve the minutes of the Board of Commissioners meeting held on February 15, 2022.
Move approval.
Second.
Comments or corrections? Call the roll, please.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundsen,
Yes.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 2 are claims. Approval of all claims processed through February 22nd, 2022.
Move approval of the claims?
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundsen,
Yes.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Next is consent items. These are routine business items that are expected to be adopted without dissent. Any individual item may be removed for special discussion and consideration by a commissioner or by any member of the public without prior notice. Unless there's an exception, these items will be approved as one with a single vote of the Board of Commissioners. These items are approval of amendments to the following contracts. C-20-132 with Hallworth, Inc. for furniture installation and related products and services. C-19-46 with Purple Wave, Inc. for annual auction services. C-18-155 with Gray Bar Electric Company for electrical lighting, data communication, and security products and related products and services and solutions. C-20-430 with Shammer Associates, Inc. to add limited construction engineering services related to County Structure D-88. C-18-258 with Maxwell Products, Inc. for the annual service of polypatch applicator rental and mastic pave patch. Amendment to the Mental Health Crisis Center's fiscal year 2021-2022 network provider contract with Region 5 Behavioral Health to reflect a $106,216 increase in reimbursement from Region 5. Right-of-way contracts with the following: Robert L. Lures, Southwest 58th Street and West Hallam Road, in a total amount of $928. Laurel W. Nelson Testamentary Trust, North 40th Street and Branch Oak Road, in a total amount of $390. Moss Farms, Inc., South 120th Street and 8th Street, in the amount of $427. Ronald and Lucille Henricks, Northwest 84th Street and West Bluff Road, in the total amount of $6,904. Ryder Development LLC, North 40th and Branch Oak Road, in the amount of $334. Mark D. Levitt, North 98th Street and Bluff Road, in the total amount of $5,740.
I move approval of the consent items.
Second?
Call the roll, please.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundsen,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Next is number 4, special presentations. 4A is LSO badging ceremony.
Sheriff Wagner, it's wonderful to see so many law enforcement professionals in the room today.
Good morning. Thank you again for allowing us to do this. We started doing badging ceremonies a number of years ago, and it's a symbol of the deputies accomplishing their training, their field training, and then going on solo patrol. So, we haven't done it for a couple of years because of COVID, but I really want to thank all the family members that are here that are going to assist us in pinning on the badges. Our badges are perhaps the most visible and recognizable symbol of policing around the world. It's seen as a sign of authority, sacrifice, and service. Originally symbolizing shields used in battle, over time badges came to identify the authority vested in public servants from the Middle Ages to now. Law enforcement's most visible symbol of service has taken on a most iconic meaning as the profession of policing has evolved. To the law enforcement officer, the badge represents the public trust with which they have the authority to act and to which they have the duty to remain true. From a practical standpoint, officers wear badges to identify who they are and who they work for. Today, uniformed law enforcement officers proudly wear their badges to show their allegiance to their communities they serve and the pride they have in the agency and our profession. For these newer deputies, the badge also represents the final goal of arduous training for recruits preparing to complete their law enforcement training. Earning the badge represents the culmination of a tremendous effort and achievement, as well as a new beginning in a new career as they complete field training and ultimately embark upon solo patrol. In 1829, Sir Robert Peel established the London Metropolitan Police Force. He became known as the father of modern policing and established 9 principles that remain as relevant to our profession today as ever. They also serve as a backdrop for all we do at the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office. One of Sir Robert Peel's principles says this: the police at all times should maintain a relationship with the public that gives reality to the historic tradition that the police are the public and that the public are the police. The police are the only members of the public who are paid to give full-time attention to duties which are incumbent upon every citizen in the interest of the community welfare. Today, law enforcement officers and citizens of the community you serve, we pin on that symbol of authority, that symbol of public trust and commitment. We urge you to wear your badge with pride and humility, knowing that the weight of its responsibility is supported by all of us, police and public and police. In the interest of the welfare of all who live, work, and play in Lancaster County, congratulations to each of those new deputies and your families, and thank you for your service. So, Captain Vic is going to assist me here in this process. First, Deputy Jonathan Kingswood. Okay.
First is Deputy Jonathan Kingswood, and Deputy Kingswood's badge will be pinned on by Sheriff Wagner. The next deputy to be recognized is Deputy Ethan Eubank. Deputy Eubank had a prior engagement today, but is being recognized for his achievement along with his peers. Next will be Deputy Riley Levine. And Deputy Levine's badge will also be pinned on by Sheriff Wagner.
You notice they have bulletproof vests on behind this to prevent that from meeting.
Nothing penetrates, huh?
Next is Deputy Paige Uzel. Deputy Uzel's badge will be pinned on by her dad, Ben.
It's not as easy as the sheriff makes it look.
Next is Deputy Jesse McManus. Deputy McManus's badge will be pinned on by Sheriff Wagner. Next is Deputy Jason Scalberg. Deputy Scalberg's badge will be pinned on by his wife, Taylor. And finally, Deputy Blake Pear.
Oh, little one.
Deputy Pear's badge will be pinned on by his wife, Becca. Congratulations to all of you. This time I'm going to have you all just slide towards me so that you're in the center of the stage and you can face the board. And Commissioner Deb Shore will administer your oath of office.
Please raise your right hand. And as you do, I will invite you to state your name, beginning with Deputy Kingwood.
Riley Levine.
Paige Uzel.
Jesse McManus.
Jason Scalberg.
Blake Pear.
Do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Nebraska
and the Constitution of the State of Nebraska
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
and that I will bear truth, faith, and allegiance to the same.
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
That I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation or for purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation and purpose of evasion,
and that I will faithfully and impartially perform
and that I will faithfully and impartially perform
the duties of the office of Deputy Lancaster County Sheriff,
the duties of the office of Lancaster,
according to law and to the best of my ability.
according to law and the best of my ability.
And I do further swear that I do not advocate,
And I further swear that I do not advocate,
nor am I a member of any political party or organization
nor am I a member of any political party or organization
that advocates the overthrow of the government of the United States
that advocates the overthrow of the United States
or of this state by force or violence,
or of this state by force or violence,
and that during such time as I am in this position,
and that during such time as I am in this position,
I will not advocate nor become a member of any political party or organization
nor not
Advocate or
become
become part of any political organization.
that advocates the overthrow of the government of the United States
that advocates the overthrow of the government of the United States,
or of this state by force or violence.
or of this state by force or violence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Commissioners, at this time, I'll ask if you have any comments to share.
I'd be glad. First of all, Sheriff, thank you for being here this morning and allowing us to observe this very special ceremony, and congratulations on adding to the ranks of the people who are out there looking out for the citizens of Lancaster County. I've said it before to Terry and different members of the department. It's an honor to have you working for Lancaster County. The citizens of our county draw great comfort from the fact that they can pick up their phones and dial 3 numbers and know that someone professional, committed, will show up to give assistance, whatever the issue may be. And that's something you all know. You cover a range of challenges when you're in this position. Thank you all for joining the County Sheriff's Department, and God bless all the best in your careers. Thank you.
I don't have much to add, except that while Sheriff Wagner was reading his statement, I was impressed about both the opportunity that you have in touching people's lives when they are maybe in a crisis moment, but also in the immensity of that responsibility. And thank you all for stepping up into this role.
And I guess I would just like to mention that this is not a job for you. This is really a calling. It is a service. It is a service, and many times your own life may be at peril. And so this is one of the things that is a very serious thing. We admire and respect you all for being willing to take on this awesome responsibility. And God bless you.
Our community is just incredibly lucky to have people like you stepping forward to serve and protect us, to make sure people are safe, to make sure someone's there when someone needs help. Thank you for answering that call. Thank you for being here.
This oath is the same oath that we all take as elected officials, and you realize really the heavy weight that comes along with this job. But standing behind you are your fellow deputies and captains, and standing with you and your family as well. And I think of the work and the great weight that you do every time I walk by the memorial out front. So God bless each of you, and thank you for your service.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just really appreciate the opportunity to do this in front of all you and your Commissioner Shore. I appreciate your assistance in doing this. Well, we're talking about service and thanking people for their service. I just want to mention that this is Captain Brookhouser's last week. Next Wednesday is his official retirement date, so this will be kind of his last official duty. He'll be on the job for the next week, but he's on his way out. So we really appreciate Tom's service to Lancaster County and his commitment. And so Tom's leaving. These folks are all joining us, so it's a cycle of life. Thank you all.
All right, thanks. All right, Mr. Clerk, let's.
Next is recognition of National Engineers Week.
Pam is here. That was fun.
That's kind of cool.
That is a small
I didn't
baby.
realize Brookhouser was leaving though.
How old do you think that baby is, Chris?
8 weeks.
I knew it was young.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County
I'll go
Engineer.
with you.
I always feel like I have the best stuff prepared, and then the sheriff just totally, overshadows me. It's National Engineers Week. You may or may not know the reason that National Engineers Week is on President's Week is because George Washington was a civil engineer. And so that is the reason for the annual placement of National Engineers Week. This year's theme is Reimagining the Possible. National Engineers Week was created to highlight the contributions of engineering to our society. Most people think of an engineer as a white man with a white shirt and tie on, sitting in a desk, working endlessly day after day. If you were to walk into my office today, I can guarantee you there's probably no button-down white shirts and no ties. This week I would like to celebrate my engineering staff, Larry Legg, who really likes cows more than people. A lot of people may not know Larry is really a cattle farmer from Seward, has dedicated 43 years of his life to making our roads better and safer. Jordan Whiff is our design manager. He is dedicated to making our design efficient and to managing and mentoring the young staff. Karen Wilson is our special projects manager. She has dedicated her life in engineering to hydraulics and hydrology, which is really studying the water that goes through our pipes and bridges. There's a lot of science that goes into that. As well as Karen has been a volunteer for the Society of Women Engineers for over 30 years. Amanda Kingman is also a hydraulics and hydrology expert and a certified floodplain manager and an Army reservist, as well as a mom of 4. Allison Cook is our traffic expert. She has actually spoke to the board many times. She was instrumental in completing our recent safety study for all of Lancaster County, which actually took her about 18 months to gather all that data and present it to the Federal Highway Administration. Virgil Dearmont, you guys have seen many times over the last several years. He is actually retired, but has chose the last 5 years to come back and work for engineering every morning because his one career goal that was unfulfilled while he was a full-time employee was he wanted to mentor young engineers. And he's doing just that now. In a few short weeks, we will have Nicholas Bowler join our team. He will be our newest engineer. He comes to us with a bachelor's in civil engineering from the University of Nebraska, and he's finishing up his master's degree from Cal Polytech. So we're super excited to have him join our team. That team of engineers means 4 bachelor's degrees, 4 master's degrees, and 5 engineering licenses. I myself gave up what many of my friends called a perfectly good engineering company and took a rather large pay cut to be dedicated to the citizens of Lancaster County to make our roads and bridges better. I'm truly passionate about this goal. I also want to thank on Engineers Week our many other team members who help us day in and day out. Benish and Associates, Felsberg Holden Ulevig, Lamprey Nearson and Associates, RW Engineering, Shimmer Associates, JEO, Manelli Wagner, Speece Lewis, E&A, and our partners at the City of Lincoln. That's our village of engineering. And it takes a lot to push these projects through. A lot of people don't realize that you can never get a project done fast enough, you can never get a project done cheap enough, and you can never make it last long enough. That's our goal as an engineer. The projects we work on often take years of planning, design, permitting, and construction. We are dedicated, this team is dedicated to making sure that all of our projects will carry over and be of value to our community in the future. I'm proud to be your Lancaster County engineer, and I'm honored to lead the most diverse engineering team in the state of Nebraska. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Pam, very much. Nice that you'd recognize your team and also the partners in the community that make these projects a success.
Should we give, I think the engineers deserve a round of applause.
Next is number 5, public hearing. This is a proposed sale property generally located as 33, or generally described as 33 feet of right-of-way on the southeast portion of Southwest 86th Street between West Bennett Road and West Saltillo Road, Lancaster County, Nebraska.
All right. I will open this public hearing. Is there anyone wishing to testify on this item? Do we need any? Is there anyone here wishing to speak in support of this declaration of surplus? Anyone wishing to speak in opposition to the declaration of the surplus? Anyone in a neutral position?
My name's Candace Behrens. I'm a Deputy Lancaster County Attorney. I just want to provide some information for the board concerning this proposed sale.
Do you think, should I swear you in?
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth?
I do. Okay, so, is this, how do I get this to work? Okay. So what we're proposing to sell is a right-of-way, and this right-of-way was, that the county owns in fee simple. It was deeded to us by adjacent landowner Klaus Hartman. So I just wanted to provide that for the record. What we own in fee simple is this highlighted section of the right-of-way to the road, which is Southwest 86th Street between West Bennett and West Saltillo. Saltillo's up here. And the warranty deed also includes about 40 feet of right-of-way on this West Bennett edge. So the proposed sale does not include that 40 feet. The proposed sale is just this section of right-of-way, okay? Now, what we are also looking at is the possibility of vacating the entire right-of-way for this entire section of Southwest 86th Street between West Saltillo and West Bennett. So, planning is doing a study on that right now at the board's direction, and so is engineering. So we may have some different possibilities, given no one is wanting to buy this right-of-way right now. We may have some different possibilities to dispose of the right-of-way, okay? So we can look at that down the road. I recommend, if I can, that we not take any action today following the public hearing on this until we have all of those studies in.
Is the landowner that deeded the land to the county many years ago still the landowner on the adjacent property?
Mr. Hartman does still own this property.
Any questions? All right. Seeing none, would you like us to leave the public hearing open or close it?
I think you can close it. This public hearing is just for the sale of that section of right-of-way. And so I think you can close the hearing.
Seeing no additional testimony, we will close the public hearing and move on to new business.
New business 6A is a designation of Chris Conley as county purchasing agent effective February 10th, 2022.
Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, members of the board. Chris Connolly. I am the new acting purchasing agent for the city, and therefore I am also now, presumably, or hopefully will be, the acting purchasing agent for the county in the interim. The city is in the process of looking for a permanent purchasing agent. The steps are ongoing with that, but no one has been selected yet. So beyond that, I don't know how long I will be there. My regular day job, of course, is in the city law department, so I am splitting my time between the law department and purchasing. I'm trying to spend as much time as possible over there right now, though, so that they can get used to me a little bit more. I've worked with all those folks for years, but it's in a different circumstance. So anyway, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to try and answer them to the extent I can.
I would just ask Chris for a brief bio on you. I gathered that you work in the city law department, but otherwise I don't know if we've met, and I don't believe I know you, sir.
Sure. I've been practicing as an attorney for 30 plus years. Been with the city since 2009. Done a wide range of things for the city in that time, from workers' comp to dead trees to civil rights litigation, so a lot of things. 2017, I was appointed as chief assistant city attorney, and so I've functioned in that role. Added a management function. And in 2019, during the mayoral campaign, when Jeff Kirkpatrick, the city attorney at that time, decided to run for office, I ran the city law department for 3 months. And so that's the kind of background I have. And I have worked probably closer than anyone else in the law department with purchasing over the years. And so when This, not only with the vacancy coming up, but there's been a couple of other, one person's out on medical leave, and it's created some shortages over there, and I think they needed some help with guidance and some management, so that's what I'm gonna try and do in the interim.
Thank you for taking on additional duties then.
Sure. So, any other questions I can help any of you with?
We appreciate it. We have a lot of projects and that need to move forward, and so having you there to manage and sign and whatever else needs to be done, I guess gives us a lot of confidence that we can keep moving forward.
And that's my goal. You know, I'm not going to try and be a change agent as such. My goal is to keep things moving until a more permanent person can be installed, and they can decide whatever changes need to be made at that point, so.
Okay.
So we need,
Thank you.
we need a motion here. I move we approve this designation of Chris Conley as county purchasing agent.
Second.
Motion is second. Call the roll, please.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you.
Next is an agreement with the Lincoln Marriott Cornhusker to provide a meeting room and services for the Lancaster County Employee Recognition Breakfast on May 17th, 2022.
Move approval.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. C is a labor agreement with the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge Number 32 for a 3-year period beginning August 12th, 2021.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion and a second. Call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 6D is a release of easement with Lancaster County for utilities on a 60-foot utility easement on Outlot B Dakota Acres Addition.
Good morning, John Berry, Lancaster County Surveyor. The release of this easement is basically to allow the developer to redesign the current subdivision. It pertains mostly to a road that goes through there. He would like to straighten that road out instead of leaving it as a curve. That way he can add a lot later on.
You're in favor of
Yes,
this? You
absolutely.
think this is good?
Yep.
I move approval.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 7 is legislative update.
There was a bill that was brought to my attention that could impact our rural firefighters, and so asked Dave and I guess Brennan to do a little research on it, and here we are.
So Commissioners, that is LB 760. That is a proposal to appropriate $5 million in ARPA funds to DHHS for a grant program to licensed emergency medical services programs that would encompass our rural fire departments. We have a letter ready to go, assuming that the board would take a position of support.
And this was introduced by Senator Dorn, and specifically is targeting volunteer fire departments in communities of less than 100,000, which is all of ours. So
Move approval.
Second.
we have a motion, a second. The hearing is tomorrow, and so this letter will be delivered in time. Call the roll, please.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you.
Next is number 8, public comment. Those wishing to speak on items relating to county business not on the agenda may do so at this time.
Is there anyone wishing to make public comment? All right, seeing none.
Next are announcements. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold a staff meeting on Thursday, February 24th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. in room 112 of the County City Building. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold its next regular meeting on Tuesday, March 1st, 2022 at 9 a.m. with the Board of Equalization immediately following in room 112 of the County City Building. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold public hearings on Tuesday, March 1st, 2022 at 9 a.m. regarding the following: amending the appropriations for the Bridge and Special Road Fund, Amusement license application from Anthony Hillhouse to hold a memorial service and music performance on April 16th and 17th, 2022 at 6600 South 148th Street, Walton, Nebraska. County Commissioners can be reached at 402-441-7447 or commish@lancaster.ne.gov. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting is broadcast live on Link TV City. For the rebroadcast schedule, visit lincoln.ne.gov. Meetings are also streamed live on Link TV, YouTube, Roku, and Apple TV. Next is number 10, executive session for pending and potential litigation and legal advice.
I move that we go into executive session at 9:36 for the purpose of discussing, receiving advice on pending and potential litigation and legal advice, and to protect the public interest.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second to go into executive session for pending and potential litigation and legal advice and to protect the public interest. Call the roll, please.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Yes.
Amundson,
She departed at 9:45.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0.
I move we adjourn.
Second?
Call the roll, please.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Best,
Yes,
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0.
We are adjourned.
we are adjourned.
Did you all see?